It's Jen Varela from Sugar Night Night, and I'm so excited because today we're going to talk about questions that you might have about group coaching. And Carolina, my assistant, Carolina Castro, she's going to be joining us, and I just love it because she's one of my favorite people, and we've been working together since 2016, and we've been working remotely. She's actually from New York, and here I am in San Diego. And we have actually seen each other in person a couple times. I've gone to New York, and she's come to San Diego. And so I'm excited for you to meet her. And we're going to go through a series of questions. But if you guys are on live with us and you have questions, please feel free to join us and ask questions. So a lot of you have met her with phone calls where you've have asked her different questions, and she's been available. Oh, there she is. So let me add her on. And 1 second, here she comes. And is she there? She's coming. So I just thought it would be really helpful for you guys to get some. There she is. Yay.
Hi.
Hi. So fun to have you on here with me. So I was
Thank you
just
for
saying,
having me.
yeah, I was just saying how we have met in person. I've been to New York. I love New York. And you've been to San Diego.
Love
So,
San Diego.
yep. And our boys have played together, and my daughter. And so it's been nice. So we just thought we would do this Q&A to answer questions you guys might have about group coaching on channels. Because it is sort of like, what is channels? How does this work? So if you're not familiar with channels, think of the Marco Polo app where you do a video and then somebody videos you back a response. And so that's what channels is. But they've changed it so that it's where you can put content on there, point people to your content or videos. So it's really slick because you can do it on your own time. So whereas one-on-one coaching, I'll say, okay, we're going to talk on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. And maybe your baby or your toddler is still sleeping. That could be a hard thing to get on the phone. So channels gives you a lot of flexibility. So if you guys aren't already aware, Carolina is available to do a 10-minute call with you where she can answer all your questions. So we're going to try and go through and answer some of your questions today, but just know that that's available to you. What else did I have on here? So we're going to do like a little fun back and forth on questions. So I get to ask the first question. So Carolina, what is the difference between one-on-one coaching and group coaching?
I think, it's more affordable. And I think that's really important for a lot of parents that want that one-on-one coaching, but really can't afford it. I think this makes it accessible for those people. But the content and the quality is still the same. Another thing is that Jen will walk you, help you create a family sleep plan. You will also have access to a sleep log that she will look at often when you're posting those questions on the designated days. So there's no generic responses that you're getting from her. You also get a chance to speak to her and ask as many questions as you want on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And
or I'll answer them. At least I'll answer them on that day. If
yes.
you want to post them in between, that's fine.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And then you will have access to other parents and their questions that they may have, which might help you down the line. So I think that's sort of the differences.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Good job. Nice answer. You can tell Carolina and I've been working together a long time.
Yeah.
All right, you go. What's your question?
Okay. If coaching starts on the set date, so our upcoming coaching will be this Wednesday on the 14th, do you need to start sleep training on that day?
Great question, Carolina. So what I want you to know is that the first week will be heavy on content. So it's a lot about understanding how and why sleep training works and maybe taking a look at the schedule and all that. Then you will get to pick the date you actually launch your sleep coaching with your child. So it does not have to be on a specific time. like specific day. So it's really still going to work about what's working for your family. Okay, you'll have to laugh. This truly is live because my dog wants out. My sugar night night. Yeah, let me put her outside. Hold on.
Okay.
Because you know the next thing she's going to do is start yelping and then banging that door. So I do call her my sugar no night night. I should show her here, right? So anyway, so basically we start our weeks on Wednesdays. Typically people will start sleep coaching on Fridays. And so maybe the first week you're going to be ready to launch. Maybe it's the second week in that 5-week series that you'll be ready to launch. So it's not, you don't have to go on my schedule. You can go on your schedule. So obviously it would be important to launch during that 5 weeks so that you can get the benefit of asking questions, but you can do it on your own timing. Okay, I think my question's next. All right. All right. Will I be able to see the questions other families post?
This is actually a great question. And I get this a lot because I've had a few chats with people that have been interested with group coaching. And one of the things that they ask always is, will I be able to see what everybody posts? And another thing, when you post on the designated days or any other day, you don't have to be on video. It could be audio if you want to record a message. I know sometimes we don't want to be on video, and that's okay. So, you know, I know that sometimes, you know, that might deter some parents from wanting to join, but no, you could leave messages like a voicemail and Jen will get back to you. So that's the neat part about this, the support, the community that that the group coaching offers. You get to hear other parents and their questions and what they're going through. So you get to hear what Jen's feedback is on that. And it might not be something that you're dealing with at the moment, but it might present itself later on. So it's good to have that information. And then you develop, you know, that support for one another in that journey, that 5-week journey. So I think most of our parents love that concept of group coaching. It's one of the things that kind of, yeah, I'm in, because we all kind of want that. We're not sleeping through the night. We're having, you know, just a difficult day, and you want other parents that can relate to that. So that's definitely the positive of this, in addition to so many.
Yeah, it's an advantage because my one-on-one clients don't get to connect with each other. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, I like it. All right.
Sure. Is there a limit to how many questions I can ask on during the week, or that you would be able to get back to?
Right. So at this point, no, I'm not going to limit how many questions, because when you have a question, you have a question. So, however, there's a couple cool things. One is, because we're doing this group coaching by age, I think you're going to find that everybody is probably having some similar questions. So what I might do is point you to, hey, did you see Joanna's question? She did earlier. It's kind of the same, and point you back to that answer. So you also might see questions that you didn't think to ask or didn't know how to ask that another parent asked. So that's one of the advantages of doing it by age. So there's no limit on how many questions you can ask. You might find that someone else is asking your same question. And then the other thing is, I'm going to be having ultimately a library of answers to questions. So you'll be able to go through and go, oh, I was going to ask her this, and I don't want to wait till Friday. What's the answer on this question? And so there will be some resources made available to you that way also. And the one thing I will tell you about channels that's good and bad, they limit how long you can do your recording to 1 minute. And I'm a woman of many words. And so sometimes when I give you my answer, I have to go like, okay, hang on. We're going to do another minute here to answer your question. But I do find it an advantage too, though, because then it keeps us from just rambling on and on and on. So it is a little funky, but kind of an advantage that when you do a recording, it's 1 minute. But if your question, you need to do more than 1 minute, you're welcome to do that. But it's the same for me. So my answer also will need to either be 1 minute, or I'll do like a couple videos to get you your answer. So
And just to mention also for the group coaching, you have me as support as well. So I'm there as well to help you if you need help with documents, you can't locate them, or there's something going on. I'm there for support as well. So if you feel something's going on and you can't get the answer, then reach out to me through channels as well, or email. But definitely I'm here to support you as well.
Yeah. And that's what I love about Caroline and I being a team, is that I know if you were having a hard time finding a document or whatever, and you're feeling like, well, I don't want to bug Jen, but absolutely, we want you to have that support. And so that's why Caroline is here, is to help get you that. So yeah. So I think that's an important part for you to know, is that we're here to support you. Yeah. I think you have another question for me.
Do I? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go through my list. Uh, oh, if you have two children that fall within the toddler age group, can I sign up to sleep train both of them at sort of at the same time?
Right. So it's going to make your sleep plan a little more complicated, right? So I actually have put in like sample sleep plans that you will have access to look at. So there will be a sleep plan in there with two toddlers. You could take a look at and see how much of that fits for you, so you can create a sleep plan in that direction. The other is I've also included information on how do you get an evening schedule when you've got like a 6-month-old and a toddler. So I give you samples on that too. So yeah, if you have more than one child you're working with, all the content in the toddler workshops is going to be about toddlers. All the content in the baby workshop, in the baby group coaching, is going to be about babies. So you won't necessarily have access to information specifically about a younger child in the toddler group coaching, or about the infants or the babies in the toddler workshop. So if that makes sense. So if you had like twins, absolutely, all the content is going to match right up. Do I give you ideas and samples on how you might make an evening schedule with different ages of kids? I do that. So it's a little more complicated if you're trying to do 2 different ages at the same time with sleep coaching. That might be a better one-on-one coaching process than in the group channels format. But yeah. But I do give you information, so you might be able to kind of tweak it to match for your family.
And that's a good reason why sometimes it's good to schedule those 10-minute calls with me, because I can help you figure out if this is the right step for you, or if one-on-one coaching will work out better for your needs.
Yeah. Yep. So this is where talking to Carolina will really help you with that. So then the next thing would be, is how tech savvy do you have to be to do the group coaching in channels?
Not too much. I think I haven't had one question yet from our group that is going on right now with regards to having problems with the app downloading, or I think if you need to have some sort of smartphone or an where you can download the app, that's the most important thing. I think you could do it from your iPad or tablet, right? I believe, if you have access to downloading. And then Dropbox, and there's links that are going to be sent to you, which you don't need to have an account, I don't believe, but it will open up as a document. And then we send you a sleep log through Google Sheets, and it's probably easier if you do it from your computer, just because it's a spreadsheet, but you can definitely do it from your phone. It's not an issue. So I think the most important part is being able to download the app. And I think if you can do that, then everything else is pretty easy. It's not too complicated. You just have to be able to navigate through the app, which is, it's not that hard, the app itself. And the videos, it gives you even an option, do you want to do video or audio? So even before you start recording, like I said, if you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to,
Yeah.
every time you ask a question, you can just, and I think that that's the reason why many parents enjoy this. And with regards to one-on-one coaching, there's a set consultation, so you have to make time. You have to designate those 2 hours, and sometimes it's hard with two parents, different schedules. You might have older children that you have to figure out a sitter. And so this, you do it at your own time. So if you have 5 minutes to spare and you want to ask Jen a question, you can go ahead and ask, and she will respond on the days that we assigned. And also the material, you can just view it at your own time. And you don't have to, if you don't, because sometimes mornings are hard, but maybe evenings are easier for you, or mid-afternoons when the baby's napping. So then you have all that content that you can just read it, as you fit. And so to answer your question, you don't really need to, just the access to the smartphone and being able to download an app is important.
It's the main things. Yep. Yeah. And I would say too, you do have to be a little bit of a self-starter, because you're not meeting with me at a specific time where I'm going to go, okay, so did you do X, Y, and Z? I will be getting on, and I think we didn't really touch on this too much about like how the schedule works as far as like Wednesdays is content and then setting your goals. Then Friday, I'm going to ask you, okay, what's your goals? And then on Tuesdays, it'll be an assessment time where we'll say, okay, how you doing? What's going well? What's not going well? Where do you need the tweaks? And then we start again, Wednesday being quote unquote the first day of the week. So from the group coaching standpoint, there's lots of flexibility, but it also means you need to be a bit of a self-starter in the sense that you will actually have the discipline to watch the content, because that's what's going to help you succeed, is having access to that content.
And I think that the motivation from the other parents, because they will be posting their own questions, will give you that motivation to be like, oh, I need to start. Parents are already starting. I need to kind of get on this. So it does give you that motivation, having other parents, that are starting
in the process.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. So I think my last question I have for you is, what are the upcoming dates for the next group? Like say they're not ready to launch now with this group coaching. When will they have another opportunity?
So this is why it's important, if you are interested in this toddler one, to let us know, because it is starting this Wednesday, and our next one won't start till January 5th, for toddlers. We have a baby one that's coming up, and do you know the actual specific age group?
Yeah, so the baby one is 6 months to 14 months.
Okay, and that's November 11th that's starting.
November.
And we will send you emails. Please sign up for the newsletter, because that's sort of the best way to get the information as quick as possible. Jen will also post it on social media. And so our next baby is November 11th. Our next toddler one's January 5th. And then we're hoping February we do the baby one again. So keep those dates in mind. And if you are interested in the toddler, you're not sure, reach out to me today and we can figure it out if it's something for you.
Yep. That sounds great. All right. Any more questions for me?
What about after the 5 weeks? What happened?
What happens? Well, so hopefully you're going to have started early on in those 5 weeks. So by the time we get to the end of 5 weeks, you're like, yes, my baby is sleeping and my toddler is sleeping. We're good to go. If, however, let's say you started 2.5 weeks in, so you're not quite done with the sleep coaching, then I will have a group membership for graduates from group coaching where you can sign up for month by month, and I will be available to answer questions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you can continue to get that support from me by coming and asking questions in channels as the graduate class with Tuesday and Thursday questions. So it doesn't mean the support ends. You'll just need to join the membership side since the series will be over.
Perfect.
All right. I think that's it. Is that it?
Yep, I think so.
All right. So hope you guys felt this was helpful. And if you still have more questions or just want a little more clarity, she is available to talk to you. So you can find that link to sign up for it When you go into channels to register, you will see there's a link to back to Sugar Night Night website. That's one way to find her and sign up for that. Another is if you're on social media, in the profile link, you'll see there's a tree, I guess that's what they call it, and you'll see there, you can click there to sign up for a time to talk with her. So, and that's free, by the way. I know when you talk to me, it costs money, but when you talk to her, it's free. So don't feel like you're committed and have to, like, you know, say I'm ready to sign up. You can just come and ask questions. That's what she's here for. So thanks for joining me on here.
Thank you.
And hope to see you guys in channels in the group coaching, and sleep is in your future. You can have it, and I'm here to help you. So, all right.
Bye.
Bye.